back. This is part 2. Hey. Wasn't that amazing? YouTube is so high tech. We have a 10-minute limit on YouTube, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, that'll change. Once we become a partner, I think we can have an unlimited time length, but for now, we'll do that.
Right.
So we take
hopefully it's not too much of an interruption.
Yeah, our 3-second YouTube commercial break.
Right. Where there's no commercial.
Anyway, so this is like a test run. This week we're actually, it's not a test run. I mean, we're doing the actual show. We're just chatting with you. If you have Skype and you've got a webcam right now and you're in the chat room, just type in your username and we'll call you and we'll bring you up here on the big screen, since we don't have a guest host arranged this
Lined
week.
up, right.
So this week we have topic categories, by the way. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So money is Monday. Money, personal finance, bargain shopping, and all that stuff is Monday. Tuesday is body, health, fitness, health issues, anything to do with money. Body, health, fitness, and nutrition.
Right.
And then Wednesday is love, which is dating, relationships, sex, and all that. And then then Thursday is personal technology made easy, which is one of my fetishes. Then Friday is celebrity stuff, and we've got some big stuff we're working on there. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say for now. But I don't want to jinx it.
So hopefully this week, since we won't be working with all the technical issues, we'll be lining up the guests, so you guys can benefit from other people's expertise as well.
So it takes a little time to set up if you want to do an audio podcast, it's so easy. I can give you the recipe in like 5 or 6 steps, but that's on Thursday. You have to come back and watch Thursday's show for that. But to do a video like this, where you're doing it live, and it's ending up as a video podcast and an audio podcast on iTunes, and it's ending up on YouTube, and it's streamed live on Ustream, that takes a little bit more planning. That's what we did last week, but we did it in like 4 or 5 days. I mean, on a very, very tight little budget. So it can be done, and that's what we've been working on the last week. Now this week we're going to be working on, now that we got all this set up, we're going to be working this week on lining up topics and fantastic guests. Because if we can get Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Deepak Chopra, whoever, on Skype, they can be in Thailand. And we have tested this setup with Skype. It works fantastic. They can be in freaking India, Thailand, Australia, California, any far off land. It doesn't matter where they are. And they're like Big Brother, like right here, bigger than life. And you can hear them like as if they're sitting right here, which is very, very, very cool.
Right.
So this week, now we're going to be working on topics and for next week. So we're gonna, get things on the on the roll. Light your set. What does that mean? Yes, we're on the air. We are on the air. It is time for the show. It's 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is like 9 a.m. in California, 11 a.m. in Chicago and Houston and so on.
Yeah, it's a great day here. So our lighting is based on having bright days.
Well, yeah, see what we found out. Originally we did a poll and we said, what would be the best time for you to watch? People said 10 p.m. 10 p.m. was number 1. 7 p.m. was second. So we thought, well, we'll do it at 10 p.m. New York time, 7 p.m. California. It's perfect. But as soon as we did that, we realized that we're dark, and we're so dark we look yellow. Even with the artificial lighting, we're not lighting experts. I'm in TV, and you guys have a good-looking set. It just needs lights. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you.
If you're in New York, come on over.
Yeah.
All right, we will happily accept your advice. You need lights. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, what we did is we decided to make it at noon because we figured 99% of the audience, we're going to have, eventually we may have hundreds or thousands of people watching it live, but we may have millions of people watching it recorded. So the main thing is that it looks good, and less important what time we actually do it. So we decided to buy lamps. We have lamps.
Yeah.
The lamps are on. Anyway, what we decided to do is at noon, it looks really, really, really good on a normal New York day, because this room is all floor-to-ceiling glass, all wrapped around in floor-to-ceiling glass. So normal, natural lighting looks fantastic. But today, it's just the gloomiest, cloudiest day.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow, you'll see a major difference. But of course, we don't want to be dependent on the weather.
No.
And eventually, we'll get more sophisticated. But remember, this is, baby steps. At least you can see us and you can hear us.
Right. That's the important part.
We'll get there.
And hopefully we'll have interesting things that you will want to tune into.
Continuous improvement. By the way, if you're in the chat room, you can type /Nick /N with no space, just /NICK, and then your name, and then it'll show up, your name will show up on the list. Or you can just log into Ustream if you have a Ustream account set up, which is free. So that way we know who you are, and that'll help because we can shout out to your name. So let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, so how does our audio sound? Like, can you hear us? Do we sound distant or anything, or do we sound perfect CD quality? Let us know that as well if you would. And while you're doing that, just type it into the chat room. Remember, right now it's brucewagner.com is my website, and there you can click on the Watch the Live show. I'm sure you probably did that already to get here. But that's where you can also watch the recorded shows on demand anytime if you miss it live, of course. But we're working on setting up a website which will be bruceanded.com. And bruceanded.com, don't go there yet. It's not ready, but it will be. I'm working on that. Once that's set up, you'll be able to watch it, on demand. You'll be able to listen to it streaming audio. You'll be able to subscribe via iTunes, and you'll be able to download MP3s and all that stuff. Because I know that if you're in China or India or Australia or something like that, sometimes the buffering is just too much, especially with video. But you'll be able to download the video files directly, or the audio files, podcasts, all that stuff. When you download it and listen to it, of course, it's going to sound fantastic without any buffering pauses every few seconds.
Right.
All right, so you're welcome about twittering about the show. We're going to be doing that every day to remind people that we're on. And this is still going, right? The timer? Mm-hmm. Good, okay. Yeah. We're still on YouTube. All right, so today's Money Monday. Let's get to it because we're 20 minutes in. Monday is Money Day. And with this sagging economy, we like to stay positive because really economic things are all in our minds anyway, so we want to put positivity out there. So instead of looking at the gloomy side of everybody being unemployed and everybody saying, oh, I'm busy looking for a job and so on, I like to think about it in a positive light, that this is the time to shop.
Right.
If anybody has money, this is the time to buy real estate. This is the time to buy anything you ever wanted or needed. You can get the most amazing bargains right now. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. So we didn't prepare anything, but I have some things to talk about, and you probably do too.
Yeah.
We already talked about that PC deal, which is insane if you need a computer.
Right.
And what else?
Well, I always like to start with travel because I'm always planning a travel something. And right now the latest best travel bargains that I have found, which I'm like desperately trying to get my family to chime in so we can all go together, is there's round trip flights from from New York to Spain. Pretty much anywhere in Spain on Iberia Airlines, it's like 200, and in March and April is $260 round trip, including taxes.
To where? Spain?
To Spain, yeah. And in May it's $350, and also in November it's $250 again. So if any of you guys want to go to Spain, this is the time. Vicky Cristina Barcelona, here we come.
Italy's better.
Yeah, Italy's beautiful too. I love it.
In Milan. She wants us to go to Milan.
Yeah.
What? So where do they get that deal on the airline?
You can go to Iberia Airlines. I don't know their website exactly, but Iberia I can look it
Airlines. Up. IberiaAirlines.com.
Yeah, Iberia. I think anyway.
Google is your friend. Iberia. Just Google it, Iberia Airlines. You can do it.
Yeah, Iberia.com, IBERIA, and just plug in,
is that what it is?
The dates you want, and it'll give you the prices. But that's an excellent deal. I've never seen, basically it's $150 to travel there, and the rest is in taxes. So go figure. It costs more in taxes to get there than the actual airline makes. So that's like the one that sticks out the best in my mind.
Cool. Now, if you're on YouTube, continue by pressing the button to go to the next part, and we'll be right back after this quick break. Just click the button and go to the next part to continue.
Right.